Coloca. É. Nigga, no, nigga, you go to, you stay at school. What the fuck? Bro, when you get home, nigga, hop on Fortnite, nigga. Cause I'm at my mama's house. I'm on a good Wi-Fi today. Isaiah, what hour y'all in? You just go to the floor. Just go to the floor. No. Like 10. Oh. Why is it not working?
Guys, does the res actually bother you? Like, now that I've done it? Or do you not care at all? Because I honestly feel like, see, I've been playing on it for a little bit, so it looks kind of normal to me. But what do you guys think? Like now that I'm playing on it, it looks fine. Like, it doesn't even, like, bother me. Okay, alright. I was gonna say, it doesn't even look that bad. Honestly, if you guys play on it for like one day, it feels so normal. Like, I tried going back to native and it feels horrible. And I couldn't even, like, there's no way I can play on it. Alright, I see like 50 people playing fast. I couldn't play it anymore.
Throw down the rockets, rocket after rocket after rocket. They weren't being challenged. They can continue to reload safely, and there you have it. Victory Royale.
Yeah, textbook went from them. We kind of saw there. He started once we clued into him. 6 rockets, right? You just keep firing over and over. Eventually, you're going to exhaust the enemy's resources. Maybe you can get it in on an interesting angle, crack their shield. We saw 120 go through on that player, so it's just about, you know, closing out the game, and they did it very well. Textbook from them, but I believe we have one game left to go on into. But dude, these games have been crazy.
Yeah, some great games from all the regions. The international competition in Fortnite is certainly something that we need to continue to keep a close eye on. If you are sleeping on them, well, that's your own fault. You shouldn't be doing that. These players are here to play. This is the Fortnite World Cup. There's a lot of money on the line, but $30 million for the New York City final, that's a lot of cash. Lives will be changed at that event, and these players in the international scene, they have the capability to do that, Zeke.
Yeah, and I mean, this is, again, kind of cluing into their gameplay. This is what they want, right? They want people to say, look, pay attention to us, guys. Don't sleep on us. You know what we're doing, and we're coming to try and face off against you. Go head-to-head for that $30 million prize pool. But it's time to go on to the next game, ladies and gentlemen. We see there, wait, well, I'm sorry.
Abratabaka.
Abratagapa.
All right, you gotta
roll the R.
Roll the R.
That was an R.
That's the place, by the way.
All right. Yeah. Oh, I know. Oh, you believe me? I am also Hispanic, so I understand. Including here, and we're just gonna call him Abra to just keep the plate as simple. What? This is when you tune in with Zeke and GB. All right, you get A to Z comedy. That's trademark LLC.
Well,
listen, this is on the spot. I don't know what the heck is wrong with you. I'm on it today.
Keep running, dude. You know, like, keep on going. This is impressive.
Oh man, I hope to see Abra keep on going because he's already got 3 wins by himself. 20 top. Okay, 0 trees. That was a really nice knock at 15 meters there. It looks like people are gonna clue in. They're like, hold on, this guy's by himself trying to make this rotation. Let's see if we can track him down. 47 HP. If someone breathes on him, okay, never mind. Siphon. Very the community launch pad.
Community launch pad, right there. It's available to you, free of charge. You know, someone should really be there to take the toll.
Okay, yeah. Would you like to use this? That'll be 1 gold, please. And they're like, all right, here's my gold AR. I'm like, perfect, thank you. Launch that in.
Thank you so much.
So we 50 materials? All right, well.
That actually would be really hilarious there. You got Nacho along with Kirby here, 4 eliminations now, and the build situation is not the best at this point in the game. So Nacho and Kirby have to recycle other players' builds. They need to be cautious on their rotations, catch players that are also like pushing out and like depending on where this goes. So this is going to be a far run for them. If they do find a community launch pad, like take advantage of that. That's light damage on that player too. This could be resources that they can farm off of this guy essentially, because he's going to be super weak and just playing defense, but burning through said resources that are very vital for them here.
Okay. You don't want the ball. Never mind. There's a player there playing peekaboo right now. At 110. Pennywise is going down. And just like you talked about, man, raining down those resources from the heavens up above. And now they've got a little bit more to work with. But keep in mind, look where we're going. All right, we're going from inside the divot out. This is a gigantic wall that exists. You can't just like build up. There's also trees in the way, so these players have to be mindful of how they're rotating. We see a lot. They're already trying to close in on the community jump pad. That's when we saw all the players build up to the high ground.
Yep.
No one found it, though. It all worked out in the end. No community jump pad,
nothing down low. And Nacho's going to find one right in front of him. Does he secure the elimination? That's Abra Tabaka who goes down. And some more resources, maybe? No, we'll only have a few left here. 20 HP. Might get caught out, and there you have it. Nacho goes down. Kirby's still in this one. We did lose track of him for a moment. There's Kirby, still going to be feeling the effects of that rotation. 12 players left, 7 duos remain.
Let's see how we've already cut down a lot by half. That's what I'm talking about, man. That rotation is tough to make. We see players going down left and right, though. So sad. He's going to find a nice 70 on lasers, lasering down that player. Another one coming down with the glider redeploy. Nice 13, GB.
Yeah, this is going to be the last few players left in the lobby here, and it's So Sad and Shino who are the last duo remaining. 2 single players are going to stand tall. Can they win it? Can they win the 1v1, v2, or will it go to this duo of Sad and Shino? Shino and Sad coordinating very nicely, but Shino is going to go down. That should be the follow-up and the victory royale. On to Anonymous Aim is eliminated. Bye-bye. And the dub goes to them right at that scramble toward the end. A lot of players were exposed outside, getting caught there from the shots on the high ground from Sad. That was a good fight toward the end there, and a good look in for the Brazilian region, as well as OCE and Asia. For now, we're heading it back over.
Thank you so much, Golden Boy and Zeke, and wow, some incredible performances coming out of the Brazilian region. We know South America likes to turn out, and I want to start this little section by taking a look at one of the better performances and breaking down a little bit of what made W7M's Blackouts and DKouts so incredibly successful. Now, W7M, the Bulls, and they showed that they were absolute Bulls in this circumstance here, able to just run the lobby. So one thing I want to know, look at his positioning here on the high ground, able to utilize it, putting shots down, and now watch right here. Just as he's able to get one single RPG, he looks back, drops it down, and that whole structure is coming down. The entire thing, he's able to look back, does get a knock, but from here on out, Blackouts and DKouts do not lose the high ground. They will run it for the rest of the lobby up until the final fight, and it puts them in such a powerful position that even with DKouts being eliminated from the lobby, you see Blackouts is just raining down. Assault rifle shot after RPG shot after assault rifle shot, not giving up the pressure and continuing to roll through. So despite this being a duos competition, the one player on the high ground able to just continually roll this through and effectively turn it into a solos competition, taking out player after player. And then when the final duo ends up going down in just a little bit here, it's all the way out. 7 players remaining, and Blackouts has now turned this into a position where, despite him dropping down now, he's still on that high ground. Every other player had to have rotated through him. Now, when he does end up getting knocked down, you can see here on the wide, he's still able to put pressure back on the players rotating through the circle, and you can see him edits the door out, gets back through his cone, edits the wall, and then finds an angle to make sure he gets the shot out. So the Storm then takes him over. Incredibly well done from him there, and it was a great look into the Brazilian region. Now, another region we need to pay attention to is Europe. The results have been in. This is just the semifinals portion of the competition. So the qualifying spots, all 4 of them, are up for grabs tomorrow. But one thing to highlight with Europe, an incredibly difficult and competitive region. It took 58 points in order to make the Sunday qualifier, for a chance to qualify, but Fnatic Motor and VHB Verox taking away the top spot. 3 victory rounds, 63 eliminations. 63 eliminations while winning 3 matches. That's absurd. 5 points clear of Skype and Batu of the stream, who we've seen a ton of as well. Absolutely competitive veterans. You have Ketzer and Tripper rounding out the top 3. The Cheers and Lion just behind them. And I mean, still though, the spread for that 4th spot, 92 to 90 points in the 10th place. And again, so many great names on there. You have Airwalks and Nikov, who won 4 of their first 6 matches. Just absolutely incredible. These are some of the guys to keep an eye on for the qualifiers going through. But let's take a look at overall players to watch for the finals tomorrow. Everyone trying to find a way to get to that Fortnite World Cup final stage in New York City on July 26th to the 28th. I mean, it's been absolutely incredible. But here are the overall region times. We just saw Oceania and Asia wrap up. Europe has finished its queue. We just got the results. We hopped into a little bit of Brazil right there. After this little break we have coming up, we'll have NA East and NA West. So don't go anywhere. Still tons of matches, tons of coverage. How these guys are scoring points going through this.
I was right here. It's all over there. Come on, come on. Bro, I hate this game. He sucks. What is wrong with this game? Dang. Get a blue pump.